Hello, my name's Kevin. You're watching Leather Neck Prepper. So now that I've got the cast off my arm and I can actually start using it again, I've started doing some of my prepper related stuff. And one thing I do every year is I break out my lanterns and I fill them, or don't fill them, but I put fuel in them and I run them for a while, because over time what happens is, you can see that copper thing right there, and let me use this one. See that copper thing right there in the center between the two mantles? Inside of there is what they call a generator, and bugs like to get in there and make houses. So those things get clogged up. Also, the mantles can break, fuel can get old, any moisture that gets in it can start rusting things out, so you want to check on them, make sure they're all working fine. Now, I didn't put that much fuel in that one, so it burnt out fairly quickly, but that one does work. However, this one, inside of here is a little gasket, and I've already oiled it, and you got to keep oiling these things regularly. I like to use Marvel Mystery Oil. So this one has been in here since I bought this lantern. I can't tell you how many years ago, and this year it's not getting me any traction or any resistance, so it's not putting any real air or pressure into the system, and I'm going to have to buy the replacement for this. Now, these are getting harder to find, this particular type, because they've all switched over to this type with the plastic. It's all in one piece, much easier to deal with. This one here you have to take completely apart, and it's not that difficult to do, but you can buy just that, or at least the last time I had to do it, which has been several years ago, you could buy just that little rubber gasket and the E-clip that holds it on. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to either run the Cabela's, and they were getting, parts like this were getting hard to find, so they're carrying more of that style versus this style. I may have to order this one direct for either Coleman or see if I can get it online at on Amazon. Now, believe it or not, I still have some of the old cork type, and I bought last time quite a few extras of those, so I've got them to not cork, leather, to replace ones as they become less available. Now, you might also be able to use just a piece of old leather. You've got something lying around that's made of leather, and repair it that way. Sometimes you just got to think outside the box. However, I don't do that. As long as I can get the parts, I'm going to use the original equipment like I'm supposed to. So anyhow, if you guys want to see how I replace this, by all means, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to shoot a video on it. Take a little bit of time, but yeah, I can do that for you, no problem. I still prefer to use the gas, the what they call the I always call it Coleman fuel, but they call it white gas. I still prefer to use that versus any of the other ones. I do also use the electric. These are not exactly as safe to use in the house, although I have. But I have started using the electric, and I still have the old, I have some old Aladdin kerosene lamps, and I have some old, or not old, but they're newer. They use paraffin wax type of fuel. I've got some other ones, what the Deets. So I am not hurting for lights. Don't ask me why. I've just collected these over the years. I actually have a few more lanterns, but really these are the only ones that I keep up ready to go at any given point in time. Next, I'm going to start checking my stoves, because I've got a couple of butane stove, or I've got one butane stove, and I've got 3 Coleman stoves. One of them is dual fuel. Actually, I think 2 of them are dual fuel. I got it for like $10 at not Goodwill, but one place like a Goodwill, and I'm telling you, those things are close to 200, or they're over $100, and I got a great deal on it. It's in wonderful shape. So anyhow, I hope you guys got something out of this video. Remember, there are a few problems in life that you cannot solve by Battleship Broadside. Also, check out the American Prepping Academy app. Lots of good things over there, a lot of good channels. There's 15 channels, and there's several thousand videos. So check them out, guys. Have a good one.